Gaslighting is one of those terms that is thrown around loosely when talking about relationships. So today I want to go into what it is, how to know if it's happening in your relationship, and what to do about it. If you are just as excited to get into this as I am, go ahead and give me a like on this video. If you don't know me, my name is Kristin. I am a life and relationship coach as well as a clinical hypnotherapist, and I help women that have been in toxic relationships to heal so that they can love themselves and create healthy and happy relationships in their life. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel for new content every single week. Gaslighting is essentially an effort to manipulate someone else's reality in order to have them question their own perception of reality. So the term actually comes from a British play in the 1930s where a woman's husband purposely tries to make this woman seem like she is going crazy and think that she is going crazy herself. He would do things manipulating the reality, like lowering the gas lights. When she would notice this, he would deny it and say, "What are you talking about? The lights haven't gone down. What are you, crazy?" Doing this ever so slightly and ever so slowly that you could actually question it. Was I going crazy? Did this really happen? And when you have somebody on the other end that is denying it so much, you can see how you would start to question your reality. So that's where the term gaslighting comes from. To put it in more modern times, and I guess at this point, I'm not sure how modern it is, but it's much more modern than the 1930s. But maybe you heard that Shaggy song before that was like, "She caught me on the counter. It wasn't me. It wasn't me." It's all about him denying what this woman saw. The woman comes in, sees her boyfriend cheating with another woman, and the other guy's answer is to just deny it, just say it wasn't you, say it wasn't you, say it wasn't you. That is gaslighting, denial of somebody else's reality in order to make them question their reality. It is manipulation. It is flat out lying in order to make you question your own reality. It disempowers you because you do start to doubt yourself and to really question if you are going crazy. This is a form of psychological abuse. It is incredibly common in relationships with narcissistic persons, as well as other relationships that are emotionally abusive. And it really is one of those covert types of abuse where it could be happening. And because one of the sort of trademarks of this is that it happens slowly and over time, that you might not even realize that is exactly what's going on. The abuser wants you to doubt your own reality so that you are more reliant upon them. And it's really like a power play and a game for them. And it's one of those things that is a slow burn. It's not obvious. And it can really happen to anybody. So let's talk about some of the signs so that you can be aware of them so you can empower yourself in these sort of situations. So one would be that they blatantly lie to you. Now, this could be something that you absolutely know that they are lying, yet they will continue to just 100% hold true to the lie. Another sign, and I think that this would be a huge, huge indication that beyond a shadow of a doubt that there is gaslighting going on, is that you feel the need to record conversations with this person because you've been in conversations with this person, you know what they've said, and later on they deny it. And I'm like, "What are you talking about? I never said that. I would never say that. Are you crazy? That never happened," right? So you know that it happened, and now you're like, "Well, next time I talk to them, I'm going to record this conversation so they know, so I can show them," right? The thing is that they already know that they're lying. They're doing this. So that's really not going to help, but it is a big indication that you are being gaslit in this relationship. Another sign, they tell you all of the time that you are crazy. They might even try to convince other people that you are crazy, or align other people and say things to you like, oh, this friend of yours, well, she knows that you're crazy, or he knows that you're crazy too. So it's trying to make you think that you are crazy by saying, not only do I know that you're crazy, but all of these other people know that you're crazy too. They may even try to use vulnerabilities against you. Let's say that you have a strained relationship with your parents and they know this, they're aware of this, and they might say things like, see, even your parents didn't want you, right? They will use those vulnerabilities against you to convince you, again, that you are crazy, that you are not worth anything, all of those kinds of things. Another sign is that they project things onto you. So out of nowhere, they may start doing something like accusing you of cheating and maybe even have some elaborate stories about it. You get so busy trying to convince them, like, what are you talking about? I'm not cheating you at all, when it's all really just a cover up for what they're actually doing. They might also tear you down and make you feel really badly about yourself, and then say things like, it's a joke. Why do you take everything so seriously? Oh my God, you're so sensitive. Why can't you just relax? Again, they are trying to invalidate your reality, invalidate those feelings, the feelings that they just pressed upon. Another sign is that they tell you everyone else is a liar. That could be family, that could be friends, that could be the media, that could be every other man that ever existed. They are all liars, but somehow they are the only one that is telling you the truth. This is massively manipulating because they are just trying to make you not believe anyone but them. And lastly, there will likely be periods of positive reinforcement. So yes, they will tear you down, but they will also build you up, because they're not just going to keep you around if all they do is tear you down, right? There's going to be those little moments of positivity, the little moments of, oh, you're so good at this, or gosh, you're just so wonderful in these ways. But then it's followed up by all of these manipulation and all of these really terrible things as well. That is gaslighting. It's also what keeps you involved in that sort of trauma bonded relationship. If you are wanting to know a little bit more about trauma bonds, you can go ahead and check out this video that explains what they are and how they keep you stuck in a toxic relationship. So the result of all of this gaslighting, all of this manipulation, is a massive amount of self-doubt and confusion, a lowered sense of self-worth and self-esteem. You may really start to question your own sanity. And at the worst, this could possibly lead to a psychological breakdown. And the effects of this form of manipulation can live long past the end of this relationship. If you recognize any of these signs, if you know that you currently are or have experienced this, one of the most important things that you need to do is to validate your own reality. And I've said this before and I'll say it again, this is really a do with process. Because you have so much self-doubt, there's confusion, there's the idea of, I really don't know what's real anymore. You want to have either a friend that you can completely confide in that gets it and doesn't judge you for what's happened, a therapist that is really knowledgeable with abusive and emotional abusive situations, or a coach like myself that can help you work through the many different layers of emotional abuse. Another thing that you want to do is bring the focus in your life back onto you. You have an incredible amount of internal power, internal energy that is running through you. When you learn to connect to that, when you learn to connect to yourself, to your truth, that's an incredibly empowering process. I have a meditation that will help you do just that. You can download it for free. I'm going to pop that in the description for you. And do not forget, this is psychological manipulation. Emotional abuse is hurtful. It's painful. I think that a lot of people really don't understand the damage that this can cause. So I want to remind you that healing is a journey. Have compassion for yourself and for wherever you are in this moment right now. And I really want to thank you so much for watching today. Gaslighting goes hand in hand with another term that is talked about a lot, that is cognitive dissonance. I'm going to be discussing that in detail next week, so make sure that you subscribe to my channel so that you can catch all of the new episodes every single week. If you know another person that needs this information, I ask that you please share it with them. And don't forget to check out these videos and healing meditations in the meantime.